All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Ruff-Neck Truck Series here on Wednesday night. Tonight we are at Auto Club. It's going to be a fast track, multiple lanes, so we'll probably see that 3-wide. We'll see maybe some 4-wide action going on the track. But as of right now, they are in qualifying. They got about 2 minutes left, and we're going to go ahead and play that beautiful national anthem. So remove those hats, place your hands over your heart, and let's hear that beautiful national anthem. All right, sorry about that. Don't know exactly what happened to the sound on the national anthem, but I will get it figured out before next race. And it looks like qualifying is going to be over, so we can go. It's safe to say that we can go ahead and look at tonight's grid. And it's looking like John Houston. He is going to grab the pole along with Chris Phillips sitting on his outside. Row number 2 is going to be looking like Daniel Love and Kai Shepard. Row number 3 is looking like Blake Wachowski and Andrew Smith. Row number 4 is Rick Baldwin and Rhett Tucker. Row number 5 is going to be Mr. Jimmy Palin and Mr. Giggity Carl Jeff Scott. Jason Kenny is going to be on row number 6 along with Barry. Hopefully I said that right, Mr. Alex. Matthew Gall and looks like Dale Adamson had a good run last week. He is going to be starting on row number 7. Row number 8 is going to be Matt Worrell and Johnny Hurst. Row number 9 is Mikey Devino and Doug Wagner. Row number 10 is going to be Matthew Barker and Chris Melton. Row number 11 is going to be Chris Ramsey and Chad Hawkins. And as soon as it catches up, Peter Dillon is going to be wrapping up your last row. And we have 23 drivers registered in tonight's race. We will see a lot of action out there on the track. This is one of the tracks that loves to eat up the tires, especially on the high line. It will eat up the right front, so you'll see trucks get a little bit tight, maybe aero tight, maybe aero loose. But you'll see them probably take it easy for the first lap or so. But out on the track, they are waiting for that pace truck to take that pace a lap around. While we are waiting on that, let's go ahead and take a look at one of tonight's sponsors. All right, and they are off pit road, trying to about to make that pace a lap around, and then we will go green. Now, Auto Club is not known for a lot of cautions. We may see a few. A lot of drivers are going to be battling. You know, there is quite a bit of points battles going on the track, and a lot of drivers love this course or this track. And that Highline will have a lot of momentum, but it's only a matter of time before those tires really start to wear out. But with the momentum on that Highline, we'll probably see a lot of passes happen. And here they come into turn number 3. Out of turn. Oh, yes, I got you, my friend. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And y'all probably didn't hear that, but that was race control. And we are green flag racing. And what a jump for John Houston. He is going to already get out to about a 0.2 of a second lead. And that's going to be over Chris Phillips. He's going to be on that outside, and automatically John Houston, he is going to take that high side, trying to get a good entrance into turn number 1. And this is where you really got to wait for the tires to heat up, because Kai Shepard is already loose. He's going to take a trip to the grass. And let's see if we can catch up with him. He does save it. I believe we are. Nope, we're going to stay. We're going to go have our first caution. A couple trucks are already going to be spinning. Oh, they're going to take a hard hit to the outside wall, and that is going to be Rick Baldwin. And it looks like Matthew Gall going to take a little bit of damage from that incident. Let's rewind and take a look and see what happened as Kai Shepard got loose, and I believe that caused everything. There you can see he is already loose. The 4 is going to be loose, and they are going to be nose to tail. There you see the 4 picks up the rear end of that number 43, and he's going to spin right on around. And there you see the 79 going to be down on the apron, trying to miss all of that. The 29 is going to be down on the apron. They do get by, and let's see if we can catch Matthew Gall. There he is in a 78 truck. He's going to pass a 43 on the outside, but where does his damage come from? The 79 right there. So a couple trucks are going to have to bring him into pit road and go ahead and make some repairs. And let's go back live. Actually, you know what? Let's ride with Kai Shepard on this. Let's rewind it just a little bit. We're going to take a ride with Kai Shepard and see if there was any contact. There you can see the 4 is on his back bumper, and let's go to his cockpit cam. And trying to hold that middle lane, and right there, he starts to break loose. And he's going to take a ride around, but does save it. So amazing save by a couple drivers, but 2 were not as fortunate. The 79 and 78 got together and had to bring those trucks down pit road. All right, first caution underway, as we have 100 laps here tonight. They got 3 sets of tires, I do believe, and 1 fast repair. And we'll probably hear race control pop in and out and tell us exactly what happened on the track. Give us that race control insight. But as of right now, there is your leader. Mr. John Houston. Daniel Love going to be up here in the restarting on the front row. Now the leader does have lane choice, so we might see that outside lane being chose on these restarts, because you can get a really good entry and a good jump on, because you are the control car. So once you hit that Geico restart zone, you are the control car. So we'll probably see John Houston jump up into that top lane for this restart. There you see Blake Wachowski. He is going to be right there he's in the second row. He is trying to heat up those tires, get a little bit of heat in them. Andrew Smith going to be restarting on the outside. And surprisingly, John Houston chose the inside. Pace truck lights are out. We'll be going green next time by.
Hi, see you this soon, but hello.
What's happening?
So 43 got a little bit of loose coming through turn 2. He claimed it right off the bat. He goes, "Don't even look at it. I got loose," and the 4 got into him just a little bit in the rear end, which brought him around just enough to bring out that caution.
And then a little bit of chaos right there within the mix of the caution.
Oh yeah, there was a little bit of chaos there, and then on the back stretch, the 78 didn't quite get into the brakes enough and tapped into the 19, and they played around with the wall on the inside line there a little bit.
Well, we appreciate that update.
All right, we'll see you on the next one, Richard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, there you have it. Race control coming in and giving us a little bit of insight of what happened. 43 claimed it, and we're getting ready to go back green. We want to appreciate everybody that is out there in the chat. Appreciate y'all stopping by, spending your Wednesday evening with us. Here they come out of turn number 4. Gonna hit that Geico restart zone. John Houston gonna bring him to the green flag once again. Daniel Love gonna restart on the outside, and Geico restart zone. Green is out. And it's going to be a really good restart for that bottom lane as they get about a truck ahead of Daniel Love there. And there you can see the 28. He's going to automatically go to that middle lane. And let's see if these tires are heated up just enough to get around turn number 2. And it looks like the top 4 are going to get around. Top 5 are going to get around. No spinning as far as I can see. And we got a little bit of too wide action back as far as we can see it. And here comes the 6 of Chris Phillips. He's going to take over to the second position as he is working that bottom lane. Now he's going to be right on the back bumper of the 28. Using that bottom lane, but watch the top lane as Daniel Love is going to have it. He's going to get a nice little push from the 31 as they come across for the first green lap. And Houston is going to have some connection issues. This could be a problem out here in front. And, oh, my goodness. And here's chaos. Wow. 71 going to be involved, and somebody is going to be up on their roof. And I don't know who that is. But we're going to have to go back and check. Race control definitely going to come back and tell us what happened with that. But let's see if we can catch up and do a little bit of a rewind. And that looks like it's going to be the 60. That looks like it's going to be the 99. He went for one heck of a ride. And that's going to be Rhett Tucker. So we got one green flag lap in the books. But second caution, there you can see the 6 is down on the apron. He comes back up, but it looks like the 99 just came straight up the track. And he is going to go for a wild ride. 71 going to be involved. Blake Wachowski, the 31 is going to be involved. 99 is going to be upside down and inside out. But that is a good thing for John Houston because those connection issues could have cost him a lot of headache. So hopefully he has enough time under caution to get that straightened out. But let's go look at it one more time. We're going to back it up just a little bit and find out exactly why. Looks like the 71 came down on the 6. And let's find the best camera angle for y'all there at home. And right here, there you see the 71 is going to come down on the 6. 28 is blinking. 71 and 6 get together. 71 is going to come back up the track. 6 is going to go down below the track. And the 99 giving them a little bit of room, it looks like, to come back up. And the 71's there. Nowhere else to go. 71 is going to get collected. And so is the 31. Both trucks up in the air. One upside down. Blake Wachowski going to have to bring his truck in to use one of those fast repairs. So is the 99 and the 71. So a couple of trucks already going to have to utilize those fast repairs. But we'll take it back live, see where they're at on the track. And there you see the 99 just now making it down pit road. No front bumper, a lot of front end damage. And Chris Phillips going to be your race leader. Yeah, this race is definitely starting off with a bang. Started out with 23 trucks, a couple trucks still in the pits. There you see Kai Shepard. Kai Shepard's in the pits, maybe fixing a little bit of that damage from earlier. Daniel Love going to be in the pits. Looks like he's making another stop. But Chris Phillips going to be your leader. Alex is going to be starting right there on the second row in that Duff Beer number 20. Actually, I like that paint scheme. All right, pace truck lights are off. We got about a lap until we go back green flag racing. And while we are still under that caution, let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's race sponsor.
Ruff-Neck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 T. Hart Church Road.
All right, also want to appreciate our other sponsor, and that is going to be Mag Real Estate, located in San Antonio, Texas. Looking for some property? Definitely out there in the San Antonio area, look up Mag Real Estates and let them show you all the property that you can dream about. All right, turn number 3, turn number 4. Let's get ready to go back green flag racing here at lap number 10. Still got 90 laps to go. Still going to be a long race. Let's see if we can get some green flag laps in. So far, no pit strategy is going to be involved as of right now. 6 of Chris Phillips. He is going to be your control car. Biggest mover of the race is going to be Mr. James Wagner, up 11 spots. And look at that bottom line go. Chris Phillips going to be out to about a 2-car advantage. And here comes Andrew Smith. He's going to be working his way up into the second. They are going to jump in the line in front of that number 20. And they are going to be able to make it into turn number 1. And it looks like a side-by-side battle with Dale Adamson. He's going to be up 11 positions. Also, he's going to be tied for the biggest mover of the race. And here he comes. He's going to be looking to the inside. And look at Chris Phillips trying to break the draft from everybody else. He's going to drop down to the white line, then bring it back up for a good entrance into turn number 1. Utilizing that middle lane, going to dive it all the way down to that white line as he comes out of turn number 4, headed for that tri-oval. Looks like Kenny, he has got a Hornet's Nest of his own. That 66 truck, that bright green. You can see him anywhere on the track with that color, that truck. But coming into turn number 1, it is going to be a battle for the top 6 as the 30 is going to start his way into the top 7. Still one of the biggest movers of the race, still up 11 positions. He's gonna jump in line and grab a little bit of draft. You got a two truck draft on the inside, and that is gonna be that number 20. And he is gonna get a good entrance, but that outside line is gonna be able to prevail as he slides up the track just a little bit. And a little bit of a wiggle from the top line, and they are trying to break the draft. But here comes Andrew Smith. He is going to be looking to overtake the lead as they come into turn number 1, and he's going to have it for just a minute. And here comes Pilon, and it looks like the fastest lap is going to go to Matt Warhol as we have reached lap number 12. That is going to be a side-by-side battle for the second position, but the outside line is going to be the dominant line, as looks like Chris Phillips going to give a nice push to the 4, and he is going to look to the inside and try to overtake the lead once again. Jimmy Pilon going to be right there in the 3rd position. Got Kenny on the outside. He's going to have a little bit of draft from the 4. Here comes the 746 and that is going to be Dale Adamson. Dale Adamson has a line of trucks right there behind him. James Wagner going to be right there in 8th. So your top 9, or excuse me, top 10 are all going to be right there in a row, headed into turn number 1. Chris Ramsey going to be right there in 11th. He's got Blake Wachowski slowly but surely lurking into the picture and into his rearview mirror, and he's going to get a nice little push from the 19. A little bit of wiggling going on right there from the 19, trying to stay behind the 31 of Blake Wachowski. Out of turn number 4, it is going to be Chris Phillips and Andrew Smith battling for that top spot, and they are battling like it is the last lap. A little bit of door banging going on. And it looks like Smith was able to hold on to it as Chris Phillips. He is going to be looking to that inside, but can he steal it? Can he do the slide job? He's going to slide up the track, but no room. So Andrew Smith is going to have the run off of turn number 2. 66 is going to give a nice push to the 6, and now they are going to go 3 wide. Or it looked like they were about to go 3 wide. Not enough momentum, and here comes Matt Worrell driving that Stars and Stripes. Number 79, he is going to make his way up to the 3rd position. Got Chris Phillips still on the inside. 66 giving a nice little shove to the 79. The 4 trying to break the draft, trying to hold on to the lead. Matt Worrell going to be the biggest mover of the race so far as they come into turn number 1. Single file. Well, it was single file. Single file from 2nd back to 4th. Back to Jimmy Pilot. And back to Dale Adamson. It looks like Chris Phillips fell back just a little bit. He is all the way back to 7th now. James Wagner working his way up. And Chris Phillips having a problem. And he is stopped on the racetrack, and he had to tow. Don't know exactly what happened there. But Matt Worrell, he's going to have the fastest lap on the track. You got Kenny, he's going to be right there in 3rd. James Wagner trying to get up to the top 5. He's got to get past Dale Adamson for that top 5 spot. He's going to look down to the bottom of the racetrack. Is he going to be able to get the momentum? Does he have a little bit of draft as they come out of turn number 2, headed for the backstretch? Not going to be able to get there this time. He's going to tuck right back in line. 29 going to get a heck of a shove from Dale Adamson. And that got him a little bit out of shape, but here comes Doug Wagner. He's going to be looking to the inside coming into turn number 3. He might have the momentum to pull the slide job, and he is clear. He's going to slide it up the track and grab the draft. This 746 might give him a little bit of a bump. Here comes Jeff Giggity Carl Scott right there in that number 38. And look, what kind of paint scheme does he have to? He's got a weekend in Biden's paint. That's awesome. I love it. Let's zoom in on that. I love it. I'm sorry, I had to do it. Sorry, folks at home, I had to do it. Back out front. It is going to be Andrew Smith so far leading the most laps. Lap number 18 is underway. Still got a lot of laps left to go here in tonight's race. Coming out of turn number 2, headed down that backstretch. It looks like Doug Wagner wants some more positions. He's made it up to the top 5. He's still got Adamson right there behind. He's trying to slide up in between the 29 and the 748 and 46. Almost got caught up on the inside lane. But let's go back through the field and see how everybody else is making out. It looks like there is a 3-way battle between the 99, which we saw him up on his roof. He's able to get that truck all fixed up. And Rhett Tucker making his way through the field. There he has Superman right there on the outside, and that's going to be Matthew Barker trying to get a couple positions as they come into turn number 1. And that is a good view in the rearview mirror. This is the battle for that position, and Blake Wachowski going to have a little bit of problem. He's going to drop back, and now they're going to be 3 wide. 99, 96, and 31 going to be on the outside. Now, if you are able to, you definitely want to try to save as much tire as you can and have it for that long run. There you see the 96 and 99 still going at it. Here comes the 28. The 28 to John Houston. He had a connection issue, was able to get it figured out, and now he is back here in the 12th spot. big hornet's nest back here towards the back. Johnny Hurst, we haven't said his name, but he is going to be up a position or so from where he started this race. And it looks like somebody's going down towards the infield. And that is going to be the 28 of Houston. Johnny Hurst looking to the inside. He's going to dive it down to that white line. He's going to ride the white line. He's going to have the 13 on the outside, and that is going to be Chris Ramsey. He's going to have that position for just a moment. They are still going to be 3 wide up here with John Houston on the inside. They are going to sort it back out and get back to 2 wide racing as they come into turn number 1. That Duff beer number 20, he is trying to give Blake Wachowski all he can handle down that front stretch in that tri-oval, and he backs it off for the corners. Here comes the 20. Here comes the 28. He is going to be trying to take over that position, and he has enough room to slide right there in front of Blake Wachowski. You still got Giggity Carl. He's going to be right there, trying to get his truck up to the front and catch up with Mr. James Wagner, which has now taken over second place. Kenny is going to be under fire for the lead. You got Wagner on the inside. You got Kenny on the outside. Now Wagner's going to try to get the draft coming into turn number 1. Is he going to dive it down to the bottom of the racetrack? Is he going to have the momentum to get there? And can he pull the slide job? If he does, he's going to look to the inside. He's going to be off the gas, right back on the gas. They are going to be side by side for that top spot, and Wagner is going to have it just for a moment, but that outside line is going to prevail because it has the most momentum. They are double file right there behind these two, battling it out for the lead as Wagner is going to look to the inside coming into turn number 3. Once again, can he get the momentum? Is the 66 going to pinch him too far down and not be able to carry the momentum out of the turn? 66 going to be way up the racetrack. They are going to be side by side as they come across the start-finish line. Kenny only has about a 4/1000th of a second, and we are going to be under caution here at coming to lap number 23. And we're going to have to go back and find out exactly what happened on that caution. And it looks like Adamson had a little bit of a problem. They are going to be 3 wide. Jeff Scott slides up the track. Oh, no. The 29 pylon going to get hit, and they are going to take a trip to the wall. A whole bunch of trucks trying to make those evasive maneuvers, trying to get out of the way. And let's see where the 79 is right there. A whole bunch of trucks. And we're going to stop it right there again, and we're going to rewind once more. There's the 79 right there behind. The 99 is going to be right there also. And look at this stack up. 99 has already used that fast repair. He's going to get a piece of the 29, 19, and going to go through the grass. And 28, he is going to be out of shape, but I think he does save it. Look at the 31. 31 is going to get a little bit of the left rear of that 99, but the 99 looks okay, and so the 38 is definitely going to have to come down. But let's take another different look, and let's go to the blimp cam and see if we can see this a little bit better. And there you see the 29 and the 38 get out of shape. 99 is going to take a big hit. 19 going to go get into the 96. They're going to go through the grass. 28 making that evasive maneuver, and he does save it. A couple trucks made it through, but a couple trucks going to have to come down pit road and get a damage assessment and see if they have to use that fast repair. All right, well, let's take it back live. And pit road is definitely going to be busy as Kai Shepard stayed out, and he is going to be a race leader. James Wagner, he is going to be restarting in second. You got Dale Adamson, he is going to be restarting in third. You got Kenny, you're going to be right there in fourth. Andrew Smith right there in fifth. John Hudson in sixth. Alex going to be in seventh. We're all in eighth. And Blake Wachowski going to be in ninth. And Chris Ramsey going to be wrapping up your top 10. Well, quite a few viewers still out there in the chat. We appreciate y'all stopping by here at the Ruff-Neck Truck Series. It's definitely been an interesting race here tonight. And don't forget, if you want to give that phone a break or give YouTube a break, we do have that Roku channel that is playing live right now. All you got to do is go on the Roku app, download the channel. It'll download directly to your Roku device, and you can just click on it, and it'll take you to either our live races, or you can go back and watch the races on demand. All right, well, it looks like they are going to get double file. Well, Kai Shepard going to be in control of this race. That number 43 had a little bit of problem on lap number 1. He got a little bit loose, and now he finds himself right back up here in the front. He's going to be up 3 positions from where he started this thing, but the biggest mover of the race is going to be Mr. James Wagner. Been running a really good race here so far, working his way up from the back to the front. All right, turn number 3. Here we go. 96 trying to catch up before they take that green flag. I believe he'll be able to get there. And let's go back. Let's get ready to go back. Green flag racing. We're a quarter of the way there. And here we go. Pace truck is off. Kai Shepard electing to take that outside. Here is the Geico restart zone, and they are off. Kai Shepard was able to get about 0.2 of a second out in front of Wagner. Wagner was definitely on point, but he still has the 66 right there to his outside. But Adamson, he is going to be right there on the back bumper of that number 30 machine, driven by Doug Wagner. And it looks like Doug Wagner is going to fall back into the 3rd position. And it looks like Dale Adamson had a little bit of looseness coming out of turn number 2. He was able to gather it back up, but look at everybody pretty much nose to tail on that outside lane. 2 trucks on the inside, now 3, as they try to get a good entrance into turn number 1. Now Kai Shepard did stay out. He is on older tires. He pitted at lap number 8. We're on lap number 24, so he might be going back towards the rear, but this could be a good strategy for him by saving those tires. Everybody else is probably going to be on new tires as they come into turn number 1. They are going to be 3 wide. It's going to be Blake Wachowski. Now they're going to be 4 wide. Kai Shepard going to be all the way on the outside. 31 moves up the track and maybe taps the 4 of Andrew Smith. Wow. And I don't know if y'all just noticed that, but I just sounded like Porky Pig. Man, I don't know how that came out, but
I'll give you a chance to breathe. How's that?
all right. Tell us what happened.
29, it came out of turn 4, hit the wall. And that caused the 746 to kind of make a little bit of a jockey because he saw the nose of the 29 coming down on him, and made a little bit of contact with the rear end of the 38. I deem that to be a racing incident just because there really was no contact other than a correction by the driver that was in the middle. So I deem that to be a racing incident. No penalties issued on this one, but there's been some dang good racing today.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate those updates each and every caution.
And by the way, hydrate.
Oh, yes. Got a monster. Oh, no.
How do you do it while the race is running? Drinking a Monster while the race is running.
Got to stay energized. Energized, hydrated. We're doing it all.
There you go. And look at them going 3 wide here out of 2 again. Oh, they balanced it back out.
Yeah, there's been a lot of 3 wide. Tonight. Yeah, there's been a lot of 3 wide, 2 wide, and they almost had a little bit of 4 wide action going on that restart, but they did get it straightened out. But how about these biggest movers up here towards the front? You got Kenny, you got Adamson, and you got Wagner, all up quite a few positions, 9, 13, and 15 positions up from where they started.
And the 28 of John Houston, he got that EOL early on from the accident that he was involved in, and he's come back to fight his way back into 3rd place.
Absolutely. He's been doing a really good job. He had a connection issue also, and it looks like he's got that all straightened out as he's got Wagner looking to the inside, coming out of turn number 2, headed down that backstretch. Man, what a great race this is up here towards the front. And wow, look at the move from Houston to the inside. Is he going to be able to hold it with that entrance? And he's going to slide it up the track. And he holds it. Oh, the 4's going to be in the wall. Big stack up. Doug Wagner going to be involved. Witkowski's going to be involved. And the caution is going to be out once again. Wow.
I will be back after I review this.
All righty. All right, quite a few trucks involved in that. And it looks like Witkowski had to tow. And we're going to have to go back and take a look and find out exactly what happened with the 4. Some hard racing here at Auto Club, even though this track can hold a lot of speed. And let's go to the 4 and find out exactly what happened to him. It looks like he was just trying to put all the power he could down, or did he get a little bit of help? And it looks like Witkowski may have we're going to have to find out from race control. But let's go to the blimp cam and see what we can see. So I don't want to speculate on what happened, and here we go. 31 going to be coming to the outside of the 30. James Wagner sliding up the racetrack. Maybe yep, right there is the contact. As he was sliding up the racetrack, 31 was there. And what happened to the 4? Okay, there is a contact. So 31 made contact with the 30, or vice versa. And 30 goes right up the racetrack. He's going to make contact with the 4. 4 is going to be in the wall. And here comes the 20. Just an accordion effect on that outside wall. And 58 going to be involved. Innocent bystander. 30 is going to come right back down the track. And the 99, that poor 99, he has been almost involved in every incident so far. But Kai Shepard, he was out there on older tires. And now you see, it probably paid off for him. All right, we're going to take it back live. Let's catch up with the rest of the field. And right now, there is your race leader. That's Jason Kinney doing a really good job. You got Dale Adamson. He's going to be up 12. You still got Matt Worrell. He's going to be up 11. Chris Ramsey working his way up as the biggest mover. He is up 15 spots from where he started. Oh, so it's been an eventful evening here tonight at Auto Club. Race control has definitely had their hands full reviewing all these incidents. But let's give it up for John Houston getting well and working his way all the way back up to the front of the race, riding around in the 3rd position as of right now. All right, while we are under caution, let's go ahead and step aside and take a look at tonight's race sponsor.
Ruff-Neck Racing would like to thank our sponsor.
Alrighty, I'm back.
One
Wagner
second.
Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
All right, hit it. Hit us with it.
The 30 came up, and it was like their bumpers just grazed each other. And the rear bumper of the 30 barely grazed the front end of the 31, and that's what created all that mayhem. I actually had to watch that frame by frame to get that one.
So it looks like 30 going to get the EOL then.
He is going to get the EOL.
Man, he was up all the way up, battling for the lead. Now he finds himself having to work his way back up. Well, we appreciate that race.
I mean, John's in 4th, so he's done it. And Doug's a good racer, too, so I think he can do it, too.
Absolutely. This is one of his favorite tracks. So let's see what this restart brings as the 66 checks him up a little bit, and we are back under green flag conditions. And wow, what a big checkup on that restart. I don't know exactly what happened, but you can see Dale Adamson, he's going to have a good run into turn number one. He's going to be looking to the inside of the 66, and that is going to be Kenny. Kenny still on the outside, holding strong. He is going to have about a 6/100th of a second lead. Now that's going to extend a little bit as they get a nose to tail. John Houston is going to fall back into the 4th position as he has the 79 of Matt Woodall looking to the outside. Here comes Mr. Pilon. He is looking to have a little bit of speed in that middle lane. He is going to be holding the 5th position as of right now. Rick Baldwin, he's going to be up 1 position from where he started this race, trying to grab a little bit of draft from the 29. Everybody single file right there behind them, and then they pretty much sorted it out. Coming in turn number 1, it is going to be Houston and Pilon battling it out for the 5th position, and it looks like Pilon is going to be able to take the 4th position away from Houston. And oh my goodness, Pilon going to have a little bit of a door check. I believe that was from the 79, but he saves it, and he's going to be right back on the gas. 79 going to be in a 3-wide situation. 746 is going to be right there on the outside. 79 in the middle, and here comes the 28 into the inside, and they make a little bit of contact, a little bit more contact, and they are racing like it is the last lap, as this is a battle for the 2nd position. The 28 still going to be on the inside. They are still going to be 3 wide. He's going to take it back to 2 wide. He's going to be off the gas. And can he get around that 79 on the bottom lane? Not going to be able to get there this time. It looks like Dale Adamson going to be sliding up behind Kenny in that number 66 and leaving Matt Worrell stuck on that inside lane. Now Houston going to look to make the same move. They are going to be 2 wide for the lead. Here comes Houston looking to the bottom of the racetrack. Has a 79 on the outside. Not going to be able to get there this time. And the 79 going to get a heck of a shove from Pilon. And this is an amazing race for the lead. Now they're going to take it 3 wide as Houston going to be on the inside. He's going to slide it up right there behind Adamson. Adamson's going to have the lead for just a moment. Now Kenny's going to grab it right back as we have a 3-truck train right there on the inside. 3-truck train on the outside. Kenny still has about a nose out in front of the 746 coming in turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, Kenny still committing to that high line, and he is going to have the momentum, but not by much. Daniel Love going to be out of this race as of right now. James Wagner trying to work his way back up through the field as he got a well for that last incident. He has got Matthew Barker right there in front of him. Still the biggest mover of the race is going to be Matt Worrell. He is up here in 2nd position, staying right there behind Kenny. Oh, wow. Look at the move from Adamson. He just snuck it in there. Was not expecting that move. The 28 almost had nowhere to go. Houston still looking to the inside. Is he going to be able to get there? No help from the back. The 20 is a little bit too far back to help push the 28. And he's going to slide it up right there in front of Jimmy Pilon. And right there behind Dale Adamson. Out of all the trucks in the top 5, it looks like, or the top 7, it looks like the one that pitted just recently is going to be the 20. But I don't believe he's going to be on the freshest tires, or he could be. You got Johnny Hurst. He's got a battle going on his own back here in 13th, and he is trying to get around Chad Hawkins, and that is going to be a battle for the 11th or for the 12th position. Andrew Smith trying to work his way back up through the field, has Melton and Ramsey right there trying to make his move. And it looks like it's going to be single file racing, towards the back, but out here in front, Houston trying to overtake that lead. And he's not going to be able to do it on that inside. Still trying to keep that outside line at bay as he sneaks it right there in front of Worrell. Worrell shoving him down the backstretch, trying to give him enough momentum. Is he going to be able to slide it in front of the 79? I believe he's got the room. He's going to slide it in between, but the 79 has a heck of a run. And he's not going to take it to the inside. He's not going to try to pull the crossover. That outside line has so much momentum, they don't want to give it up. And here comes the 28 once again into turn number 1. He's going to grab the lead right back as he was the pole sitter, but he's not going to have the momentum coming out of turn number 2. Warhol just watching this race from the cockpit. Let's take a look. There is a race right there between the 28 and the 66 coming into turn number 3. And as we have some green flag laps, you know what? Let's crank it up a little bit. Right, almost halfway down. It has not been, it has not been a dull race at all as they are still battling it and out. They're just trying to go through the field, and that is going to be presented by Mag Real Estate out there in San Antonio, Texas. Well, you have John Houston back out front. He started on the pole, and he is back out leading this thing after going back towards the rear from an EO well. You got Kenny. Kenny is going to be battling it out for the second position. Right now, Chris Melton, he is going to be the biggest mover. He is going to be up 18 spots from where he started this race. Right now, he is going to be in second. Dale Adelson going to be in fourth. He is up 10 spots from where he started this race. The 20, Alex Berry, he is going to be up 7th position from where he started this race. He is going to be the one. He pitted at lap number 32. I don't know if he took fresh tires or not, but could be a good strategy for him as he is wrapping up the top 5. Matthew Gall, he's going to be up 7 positions also. He's got Matt Worrell in 7th right there behind him, up 8 positions. Jimmy Pollin's going to be up 1 in 8th now as he makes a pass on Rick Baldwin. Rick Baldwin going to be down 2 right there in 9th. Chris Ramsey going to wrap up your top 10 as he is up 11. He is going to be your second biggest mover of the race. Chris Smith going to be down 5. Involved in an incident a little bit earlier, but he is going to be right outside the top 10. And here comes Chad Hawkins. He's going to be up 10 spots in 12th. Johnny Hurst going to be up 13 as he has the 30 of James Wagner trying to work his way back through the field from that earlier EOL. And James Wagner going to be up 5, and he just took 13 away from Johnny Hurst as he makes the slide right there in front of the 58. Johnny Hurst is going to be back down to 14th. Kai Shepard, he's going to be down 11 spots. He started up towards the front. Now he's fell back. Kai Shepard, he pitted at lap number 32. Maybe saving a little bit of those tires, saving a little bit of fuel. Matthew Barker, he is going to be right there up 3 in 16th. Pete Dillon in number 63. He is going to be up a couple of positions. He's going to be up 6, matter of fact. In 17th, Mikey Devino, he's going to be up. He's going to be down 1 in 18th. And Giggity Carl, he's got a little bit of right front damage, so his truck is not up to par. So he is falling back to 19th. Looks like Daniel Love, Rhett Tucker, Blake Lukowski, and Chris Phillips are going to be all out of tonight's race. But out front is going to be the 49 of Chris Melton. And he is going to have a heck of a lead, a 1 second lead over Kenny and Houston as they are battling it out for the second position. Kenny going to be on that outside. It looks like Houston is going to have to tuck it in line between him and Adamson. Adamson had a really good race last week. Let's see how he does tonight. Still holding on in the top 5. Alex Berry, he is going to be right there in 5th. Trying to look around to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to get around that 746 as they come out of turn number 4. Well, the racing has not been disappointed. If you are new to the channel, we want to appreciate y'all stopping by. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe. Help us get this content out there for these drivers. These drivers definitely will appreciate it. Try to get the most views for them as they put on great racing each and every week over here at the Ruff-Neck Truck Series, and they have the Cup Series that is broadcasted by Flieger Farms TV. Old Adam Flieger puts on one heck of a show on Monday nights. Right back up front, it is going to be 1.8 seconds ahead of the rest of the crew, and that is going to be Chris Melton in that number 29 or 49 Toyota. You got one Toyota out there leading the race for Chevrolets, and your first Ford is going to be in 6th. That's going to be Matthew Gall. Auto Club, definitely known for its green flag racing. As you can see, it's known for hard battles, and it is known for green flag racing, and we're starting to see that green flag racing as we hit the halfway point. 49 laps to go here in tonight's race as the leader crosses over the start-finish line. It still could be a fuel mileage race. It still could be a tire strategy race, and let's see how it plays out as Houston is starting to drop back as he raced his way up towards the front. He's still trying to get that second place, but it looks like Kenny is not going to give it up, and not going to give it up that easy. You can see Dale Adamson not giving him the room to jump in line. The 20 trying to give the 28 a little bit of help on that bottom line, and going to give him the room if he wants to slide up. Oh, a little bit of wiggle from Adamson. He's going to take it up close to the wall, and he's going to lose a lot of momentum, so that's going to give up the 3rd position to Houston. Don't know if that was a little bit of netcode that got that truck loose coming into turn number 3, but it doesn't look like Adamson is very happy with that move at all. And it looks like Houston going to battle for the lead on that bottom side. The 20 going to be right there in the mix. And let's see if Adamson can close the door on the 28, not giving him any room to slide up the track and get to the draft on that high line. This a little battle up here in the top 5. He's going to be up 7 positions. Still under green flag conditions, and it looks like a scheduled pit stop maybe for the 78. And the 19 is coming in. Oh, Houston going to be a little bit sideways coming into pit road, and Kenny's going to bring his car down also. Chris Melton, he pitted at lap number 32. He's going to be able to stay out a lot longer than these guys because they all pitted at lap number 24. So the ones that pitted at lap number 32, they might be on the strategy to beat because they can go a lot further for a lot longer. Jeff Scott working his way up in the 10th spot as his truck is, he could be back here saving tires, saving fuel. Doesn't look like the truck is hurt that much. He's got a little bit of right front damage. It's pushed in just a little bit. Looks like he was trying to give Biden a facelift. Not sure if that's the case, but... Chris Melton still going to be out front. 2.9 seconds. Now 0.3 of a second over Alex Berry. And I see the 71 back out there on the track. He is all fixed up and racing a little bit. He's going to be quite a few laps down. But that's 71 is going to be back out there on the track for you Daniel Love fans. Not giving up. Going to try to get every point that he can. Every position that he can. Matthew Gall going to be down and away, and it looks like the 20 is going to bring his truck down pit road. I believe 55 miles an hour is going to be pit road speed. And yep, we were right. James Wagner going to be working his way back through the field, and right now holding the 2nd position. He pitted at lap number 32. So green flag pit stops are underway. And right now he is in a hornet's nest with a couple lap down cars, or excuse me, trucks. And the 19 of Baldwin, he is going to be working his way around the outside of the 30 of Wagner. Smith going to be working around the outside, and here comes Jimmy Pilan. And as it plays through, now how long do you want to stay out on old tires? Chris Melton has a 6.8 second lead over Wagner, and 8.3 seconds over Shepard. Shepard is another one of those trucks that pitted at lap number 32. All the trucks that pitted at lap number 32 still out there on the track. Now Johnny Hurst going to relinquish his sixth position and bring his truck down. Jeff Scott going to bring his truck down also. So 5 trucks are going to be on the lead lap. And Johnny Hurst taking all those 4 fresh field goods and topping it off with that go-go juice. There is Giggity Carl. Oh, Jeff Scott, he is going to top his truck off and use that fast repair. Chris Melton still going to be out front, 6.8 seconds ahead of Wagner. Kai Shepard is going to be about 2 seconds behind Wagner. He is going to be in third. And there you see, there's that 43 truck of Kai Shepard. Now, if a caution comes out, that will trap a lot of cars at one lap down. But let's go check on some of those cars that did pit. And here is one of them. That is going to be Rick Baldwin. He has Alex Berry, who's going to be right there in the 11th position, trying to look to the inside. Now they got a lap down truck of Daniel Love. They are going to work to the inside, and there is, and Barker's going to be in. So it's going to be a battle of the fuel mileage. Now, if they are able to go, let's see, they went an extra 8 laps. We'll have to see how this all plays out. A couple of the drivers getting their laps back the hard way. There's your leader, and there is Houston and Kenny. They just got their laps back the hard way. So how long do you stay out on old tires? Do you take a chance, stay out as long as you can? Wagner's going to be in the pits here at lap number 58. He stayed out about 6 laps longer than the rest of the field. But Melton and Shepard, they are going to be still out there on the track. Last pitting at lap number, and Dillon last pitting at lap number 32. So we'll have to see when they bring their trucks in. If it stays green, they will have the freshest tires on the track for the longest, but you can't overdrive those tires. And Chris Melton, he is going to bring his truck down and grab those 4 fresh field goods and top it off with some go-go juice. The 43 of Kai Shepard and Pete Dillon now are all going to be down pit road. Ooh, take it easy there, Pete. And that should put the leader as Jason Kenny, as he is coming in to turn number 3 right now, out of turn number 4, headed for that tri-oval. Still has Houston right there. That should be your first and second as they pass the trucks in the pits. We'll have to see how this all plays out. And it looks like Shepard and Dillon still in. And here comes Dillon. Kai Shepard might not have had the best pit stop. But they're going to fall all the way back to 14th, 15th, and still falling. And here is your leader, Jason Kenny, with about 40 laps to go. Matt Worrell doing a pretty darn good job of staying out front in the top 5. He's going to be up 12 positions. He's going to be tied for the biggest mover with Chris Ramsey as he is up 12 positions. He has got the 49 right there to his looking to his inside as they come out of turn number 2, headed down that back stretch. 49 just pitted not too long ago. as he pitted at lap number 60, and it looks like Ramsey pitted at lap 54. So 6 lap fresher tires should be able to make passing very easy on the 13. And back out front is going to be Houston closing that gap on the 66. But while we are green flag racing, let's go ahead and take a look another time at our race sponsor tonight.
Ruff-Neck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
All right, sorry about that, folks. I forgot to unmute my mic, but it looks like Jason Kenny, he is gonna extend his lead out to about 0.2 of a second, as Houston is going to utilize that draft and close that gap quick, fast, and in a hurry, coming across the start-finish line. Not a lot of laps left to go here in tonight's race. We got about 37 laps left, and it looks like Houston, Kenny, and Barry, they're going to be your top 3. The truck right there in the mix is going to be Matthew Gall. He is not going to be on the lead lap. He is trying to get his lap back the hard way. But Dale Adamson up 10 spots. A lot of drivers up quite a few positions. You have Matt Worrell. He is going to be up 10. And you got Dale Adamson up 10. And you got Kenny. They are going to be up 10. They're all going to be in the top 5. All Chevrolets in the top 5. 2 Toyotas in 6th and 7th, and you got Jimmy Pilan going to be right there in 8th in his Chevrolet. The first Ford is going to be Chris Ramsey. He is going to be in the 11th spot, or excuse me, the 10th spot, but he is going to be tied for the biggest mover of the race along with Chris Melton. So the Chevrolets and the Toyotas are showing their speed here tonight at Auto Club. And back out front, it is going to be this guy right here, that bright green, number 66, been leading a lot of laps, showing a lot of speed here at Auto Club. John Houston started on the pole. He's going to be right there in a second. Alex Berry, he is trying to make his way around that number 78. And that is going to be the first car, 1 lap down. And 78 trying to get his lap back the hard way, but he still has Houston on the outside. And it's going to be tough to have a lap down car in the mix. But you can use that lap down car to your advantage. There you see the 66 trying to break the draft from the rest of the pack, and they are going to go 3 wide for the second position. You got Houston on the outside. You got the 78 on in the middle. He's going to push Houston up the track. Not going to lose any momentum, but here comes the 20. 20 going to be looking to the inside, still going to be there, and they are almost door banging. Coming across the line, and 20 is going to back out just a little bit and tuck behind the 78 of Matthew Gall. Matthew Gall holding his own. If he was on the lead lap, he would be running in second right now. He has a lot of speed in that Ford, but just unfortunate circumstances has him the first truck 1 lap down. He's looking for that caution or to get past the leader to get that lap back the hard way. But Auto Club is known for those green flag racing, and we've seen it quite a bit because we've seen those green flag pit stops. And here comes Houston. Ooh, close to the back bumper of the 66 as they come out of turn number 4. Still has Matthew Gall right there behind. Oh, maybe a little bit of door touching with the lap down truck of the 78. And here comes the 20. They're going to make it 3 wide once again as they come into turn number 1. You have the 746 of Adamson. He's going to be on that outside lane, and he's going to be 3 wide with the 27 and the 78. 78 still going to be in the middle, and that is a scary situation when you got a lap down truck, and now they are going to be single file coming down that backstretch. And here comes Houston. Looking to the inside of Kenny. Is he going to be able to get there? Here comes the 78 of Matthew Gall once again. But I don't believe Houston is going to have the momentum that Kenny has on that outside. Here comes Adamson trying to close the door and take the high line away from the 28. 28 going to be pushed down just a little bit. Not going to be able to get there. 728 is going to be stuck behind the, 746 is going to be stuck behind the 28 once again, still trying to put the power down on that top lane. He's going to slide it right up in front. There you see a little bit of a bump to the 28, pushing him down the track. Then the 746 not going to be able to get there. They are going at it with only 32 laps left to go. They are racing like it is the last lap. Chris Melton has done a fantastic job as he pitted at lap number 60. If he can go 40 laps on a set of tires and a tank of fuel, he hasn't made it into shade. He's got his Toyota back up at the top 5. He is starting to run down this 5-truck pack. Rick Baldwin, same thing. He pitted at lap number 53. He has worked his way up into the 6th spot. He's going to be up 1 position from where he started. Andrew Smith, he pitted at lap number 52. So these guys are on a little bit older tires than Chris Melton, and he is looking for that lead and looking to get it fast as he has caught that pack right there in front of him. 4 on the lead lap, 1 lap down. There you can see the 20 trying to get past the 78 of Matthew Gall, and the 49 is going to look to the inside. He's going to take it 3 wide as they come across the start-finish line into turn number 1. And looks like Melton is going to be there, and he's going to have the 4th position from Adamson as of right now. But can he hold the speed coming out of turn number 2? Now he's got the speed. He's going to look to go 3 wide with the 20. And it looks like Kenny, he lost a couple spots in that transition also. Melton now back up to 3rd. Coming out of turn number 4, he's got the 20 of Alex Berry right there in front of him. 28 going to be all the way up to the top of the racetrack. Alex Berry going to be your leader as of right now. They're going to be 3 wide for the lead coming across the start-finish line. And it looks like Houston was able to keep it, but here comes Melton into turn number 1. He's going to nose himself out in front by a bumper. Now in the middle of turn number 2 and out of turn number 2 down that back stretch. He is gonna stretch the muscles on that number 49 Toyota. He's got the lead. Oh my goodness, there goes Houston. I thought he saved it. But Chris Melton, we stay under green as of right now with 28 laps left to go. Or excuse me, 29. 28 as the leader comes across the start-finish line. And I'm going to stop it right there. I'm going to back it up. Hopefully we don't go under caution. But I want to see what happened to the 28 in that little mix. And I do believe, let's go to our handy-dandy chopper cam. And wow, that almost looks like the blimp cam. And I do believe it was a bump from the 66. Yep, right there. Just touched him on the left rear and sent him right down the racetrack. He did a really good job of getting that truck slowed down before he touched the wall. And there he goes. All right, back out front. It is still going to be Chris Melton out front. He is going to stretch his lead out to about 0.3 of a second, now 0.4 of a second as they come in to out of turn number 4, down that back stretch. Alex Berry going to be right there in second. You got Jason Kenny right there in third. He's got Dale Adamson right there hot on his heels as they come down that back stretch into turn number 3. Now 27 laps to go. Who has the fuel? Who can try to make it to the end? Some of these drivers that pitted at lap number 60, like Shepard, he has worked his way up to the 10th spot. Let's go back here and check on him. Let's ride around with Shepard. He pitted. Does he have the fuel to make it? Is he back here saving fuel? But let's ride around with him. Now let's show his onboard and let's see if he's. I don't think he's going full momentum. He's riding back here in 10th. There you can see he is off the gas quite a bit. And let's see what our leader's doing. So almost 100. I'm going to say 185 going into turn number 1, and you have Shepard back here. He is back here doing about 170, so he's saving a little bit of fuel. You know, he just now, down the front stretch, he's not stretching the muscles of his truck as of right now. He's really going to be off the gas, you know, kind of feathering it just a little bit, trying to save those tires. So there could be a little bit of fuel strategy going on with the 43, as he could be in a really good spot. And there you see Chris Melton. He is stretches lead out to about 1.2 seconds, pitting at lap number 60. You know, he's really flown up through the field, and Shepard has done the same thing all the way up to the 5th position. Wagner, he is going to be right there in 11th, and Shepard, he is just now took another position away, as Baldwin is going to bring his truck down the pits. Johnny Hurt's going to bring his truck down the pits also. .49 still in command, 1.5 seconds. Now he was out into a substantial lead before those green flag pit stops. Before he took his green flag pit stop, he was out to about three seconds ahead of the rest of the field. Let's see how this plays out. 23 laps to go as he crossed over to start-finish line. Everybody's starting to get spread out here, as these two are still pretty much riding nose to tail. Now Adamson, he was pretty much riding in the draft of Kenny, not really battling for that position. That could be a great fuel strategy, as you use the draft from the truck in front of you. Smith, he's gonna have the 79 of Worrell right there in front of him. That is gonna be the 5th position, and it looks like Alex, Kenny, and Adamson all gonna bring their trucks down, trying to get those trucks slowed down to 55 miles an hour. And he is able to do it, and that's gonna turn over to 2nd position over to Ramsey. And Shepard now taking over the 3rd position. All 2 of the top 3 are going to be have pitted at lap number 60, and 1 pitted at lap number 54. Wagner working his way up to the 4th position, up 14 spots. He is going to be the 3rd biggest mover of the race. Melton and Ramsey are going to be tied for the biggest mover, as Ramsey now bringing his truck down pit road. And that's going to move Wagner up into 3rd. 21 laps to go. I don't believe they all have enough fuel to make it to the end, so we'll have to see how this plays out. But Melton out to about a 12-second lead over Shepard. And Christina Barker out there rooting for this guy right here. I do have to say, that is my favorite paint on the track, along with Jeff Scott's. Dylan going to be up 19 spots. He's going to relinquish his spot in that number 63 Toyota, and he is going to bring his truck down pit road for his final pit stop, taking those 4 fresh fuel goods and topping it off with some of that Sunoco Go-Go juice. And still out 12.6 seconds in front of Shepard is going to be that number 49, driven by Chris Melton. James Wagner working his way back up into the top 3 after, with the green flag pit stops happening. He is another one of those drivers that pitted later on in the run, pitted at lap number 58. Matthew Barker also pitted at lap number 57. He's going to be the last truck on the lead lap. So we'll see these two probably pit a little bit later, either save fuel, make it to the end, or pit a little bit later and push the trucks harder. And Chris Melton going to relinquish the lead, and he is bringing his truck down pit road with 19 laps to go coming to 18. Kai Shepard going to take over the lead as he comes out of turn number 4, headed for that start-finish line. Wagner going to take over second. Oh, Johnny Hurst way up towards the wall, coming out of turn number 4, making his way around Doug Wagner. Well, it's not bad. We've had a couple cautions, but it's been green flag racing ever since then. We're in the mix of green flag pit stops, and this is going to be their second set of green flag pit stops, so it's not bad at all. And the Ruff-Neck Racing Network out there on the stream, we appreciate y'all stopping by. We appreciate each and every one of you stopping by and spending your Wednesday evening here with us over at the Ruff-Neck Racing Truck Series, presented by James Wagner Welding. And it looks like Wagner going to bring his truck down pit road for his final pit stop. Wish you were on the track with him. Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting one. Couple trucks out, but everybody's still out there on the track. Kai Shepard last pitted at lap number 60. He's still out there on the racetrack right now, leading this race. Up 3 positions from where he started. We'll have to see how this all plays out. He stayed towards the back, saved a little bit of fuel. Does he have enough to make it to the end? Only time will tell. 40 laps is a lot of laps to go to run here at Auto Club on a tank of fuel. Rick Baldwin working his way up into the second position. You still have Dale Adamson and Jason Kenny right there in the mix. That's going to be your top 5 right there. So you have Shepard running in first. He still hasn't made his pit stop. You have Alex right there in second, Rick Baldwin in third, Dale Adamson in fourth, Jason Kenny in fifth, Chris Melton, he came out in sixth. He's got the freshest tires on the track so far. He last pitted at lap number 83. Matt Worrell, he's going to be right there in seventh. Jimmy Pilan in eighth. Andrew Smith is going to be in ninth. Johnny Hurst is going to be reaching into the top 10. Jeff Scott going to be running right there in 11th. He had to take a fast repair late on his first green flag pit stops, but he's worked himself up into the 11th spot. Chad Hawkins, he's going to be running in 12th. James Wagner, old Dougie, he is going to be right there in 13th. He's got some fresh tires. He's got some pretty new tires on his truck also. John Houston going to be right there in 14th. That was our pole sitter. He had an incident with the 66 not too long ago. Sent him spinning to the infield. Pete Dillon going to be right there wrapping up your top 15, and Matthew Barker going to be right there in 16th. Daniel Love going to be 2 laps down. Pretty good for that 71 after the hard hit that he took. And Kai Shepard going to be on the freshest tires of the field, pitting it here at lap number 86 with 14 laps to go in tonight's race. We'll have to see how this all plays out, and that's gonna give the lead to the 20. And we are coming to 13 laps to go when the leader does cross over the finish line. 1.7 seconds separates Baldwin from Barry. And now Dale Adamson going to be trying to work his way into the second spot, and I believe he's going to be able to grab it away from Rick Baldwin. Rick Baldwin pitted at lap number 77, so these are only a two lap older tires on the 19. And it looks like the 746 is going to try to keep that bottom line, keep the momentum going on that bottom line. And he's got a little bit of help from Chris Melton. Chris Melton pitted at lap number 83, so he's got the freshest tires in this mix. And I believe he's got a good chance of winning this thing with 13 laps to go. Shepard's going to be right there in the top 10. He's going to be about 20 seconds back. He doesn't have a lot of time. And it looks like Melton is going to slide his way into the second spot as they cross over the start-finish line. Nice little bump draft from the 746 coming down the front stretch into turn number 1. Melton, I do believe 1.2 seconds separates Melton from the 20, so he has enough time to catch it, and he is really flexing the horsepower underneath the hood of that Toyota Tundra with 11 laps to go when the leader crosses over the start-finish line. Well, while we have about 10 laps to go, or 11 laps to go, let's go ahead and step aside one more time and give our race sponsor another shout out. We'll be right back.
Ruff-Neck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 Hart Church Road.
All right, only 0.6 of a second separate our leader from second place. Up 18 spots is going to be Chris Melton. He's looking for the win here at Auto Club. It has been a very exciting race. Now coming out of turn number 4, coming to 9 laps to go. Alex Berry was trying to pull it off with an earlier pit stop than Melton, and he pitted at lap number 79. Melton pitted at lap number 83. Melton has flown through the field and caught the leader. A half a second separates, now 0.4 of a second, and closing. He's got the draft, 0.3. Can Barry hold him off as they come to 8 to go here at Auto Club? Dale Adamson going to be right there in third. Doesn't have a real challenger behind. His nearest challenger is about almost 2 seconds back, and that is going to be the 66 of Jason Kenny. Jason Kenny still has Rick Baldwin right there behind him. Let's check on our later pit stoppers, and that one of them is going to be Shapper. He pitted at lap number 87. He's got quite a few laps on his tires, but not compared to the rest of the field. He was one of the last ones to pit. He pitted at lap number 87, and he has worked his way up into the 9th spot. He's trying to catch Smith for that 8th position, but Melton able to make the pass with 7 laps to go. So great pit strategy by that number 49. '66 and 19 are pretty much running nose to tail. The 66 has led quite a few laps. He has fallen back to about 4 seconds behind the leader, and this is a great battle for the 4th position. Baldwin trying to give the 66 all he can handle down that backstretch. And let's see if we can find any other good battles. There is Warhol. He put up a pretty good fight earlier on. Jimmy Pilon. He has got Andrew Smith right there behind him, and Kai Shepard is gonna be right there in 9th. He's got about 5 seconds until he catches 8th place of Smith. Coming to 5 to go, and it's this man right here leading them to the 5 to go as he comes down the backstretch. And there it is, crossing over the start-finish line. 5 to go in tonight's race. 100 laps have came and gone really quickly. And pit strategies, a few cautions, nothing that stopped this man right here from taking over and dominating the rest of this race. And trying to find the nearest battle on the track as we come to 4 to go. As the leader just now crossed over to start finish line, and it is still going to be these two right here, nose to tail. Let's go check on Johnny Hurst. Johnny Hurst right there in the top 10. Jeff Scott not too far behind. That could be shaping up to be a pretty good battle. As Jeff Scott, he pitted at lap number 78, and Hurst, he pitted at lap number 77. Shepard now about three seconds back from Pylon. Andrew Smith was able to make it around Pylon, as if these drivers get the racing side by side, that could be a door opening for Kai Shepard. James Wagner back here in 12th. He's got about 2 seconds until he catches Jeff Scott. But now we have 3 laps to go. They're all chasing this man right here, but 1.7 seconds separate first from second. 3 seconds back is gonna be Adamson. Ran a really good race last week and finds himself running a really good race here tonight. Trying to make his way around the 8 of Mikey Devino, and these two are gonna probably wait till the last lap to really flex each other's muscles to see who is going to be able to bring home that 4th position. But this man right here, 2 laps to go in tonight's race. Now 2.1 seconds. I can say that he probably has this thing locked in. As long as he doesn't make a mistake, he's going to bring home the win here at Fontana. Kenny able to get a little bit of gap in between him and Rick Baldwin. Rick Baldwin falling back about a tenth of a second. Now he's going to pick back up the draft. Chris Melton, here he comes out of turn number 4 for the final lap. The 20 is going to be about 2.4 seconds, and here it is. The final lap is underway. Dale Adamson, no challengers in sight. Alex Berry has about 2 seconds between him and Adamson. And here comes Chris Melton into turn number 3 for the final time. He's going to bring home the checkered flag here at Auto Club Speedway. Out of turn number 4. Down the front stretch. He's going to win here tonight at Auto Club. What a great run for that number 49 machine. Alex Berry, he is going to bring his number 20 Chevrolet Silverado in second. Dale Adamson in third. Biggest mover out of the race is going to be Chris Melton. So he is going to have the hardest charger. Alex Berry going to be up 10 and Dale Adamson up 11. So got quite a few hard chargers up here in the front. Great pit strategies going on. And 100 laps have came and gone just like that. Couple cautions, but a lot of green flag running. And I told you it would not be disappointing. We saw 3 wide. We almost seen 4 wide. So this big track definitely did not disappoint. Well, we'll give everybody a second to cross over that start-finish line. And we'll get your racing order for tonight's race. And I do believe, everybody did. All right, final results for tonight's race. After 100 laps, it's going to be Chris Melton bringing home the win. You got Alex Berry. He is going to bring home second. Third is going to be Dale Adamson. Fourth is Rick Baldwin. Fifth is going to be Jason Kenny. Sixth is going to be Matt Worrell having a good night here tonight. Andrew Smith, he had a pretty good night running up front for most of the night. Brings home the 7th place finish. Jimmy Pylon going to fall back to 8th. Kai Shepard, 9th place finish. And wrapping up your top 10 is going to be Doug Wagner. 11th is going to be Johnny Hurst. John Houston, after a little bit of contact with the 66, he's going to bring home a 12th place finish. Not bad, considering what he had, the comeback that he had to recover from. Jeff Scott going to take home a 13th place. Chad Hawkins, Peter Dillon, Matthew Barker, Daniel Love, Mikey Devino, Matthew Gall, and Chris Ramsey. That's going to wrap up your top 20. And 21st is going to be Rhett Tucker, Blake Wachowski in 22nd, and 23rd is going to be Chris Phillips. What a great run here tonight. Glad everybody tuned in to tonight's race. Like I said, as it was not disappointing. Let's go see if we can find our top 3 finishers. And I think 2 of them are in the Discord. Oh, there's Dale. All right, Mr. Adamson, it's Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Man, what an amazing run that you had here tonight. You were up 11 positions from where you started this race. You worked your way through the field. You worked your way through the incidents that happened on the tracks. And then, great pit stops put you in on the podium. So tell us a little bit about your race.
So what really happened there, I was really hoping for pit strategies to come in a little bit more early of a clutch to save me, but once I seen the 49 kind of track me down and he was really fast, and I mean, there was nothing much I could do because I was really talking to myself in the race, and I was just like, damn, I really don't have another set of tires. Excuse my language, but
Oh, you're good, man. You're good.
Yeah, it was a really good run. I enjoyed it. It was really fun.
Yeah, definitely didn't disappoint. We seen 3 wide. We almost seen 4 wide. Man, what an exciting race that it was. And, it all comes down to a close and puts you on the podium. So congratulations on that. You were the second biggest mover of tonight's race. So that's a pretty darn good accomplishment considering the talent that is here in, the truck series here at the Ruff-Neck.
Yes, sir. And I don't really know. Just from me starting in the back, it just kind of gave me a little bit more of or wherever I qualified in the field, it kind of gave me a little bit of a struggle, kind of a test to see where I can, finish strong at in the long run or in the medium run kind of pit cycles and stuff like that. So kind of gave me some knowledge what time to pit. And when those guys were pitting lap 23, 24, it kind of made me rethink my choices and kind of went with it and led me to a P3 finish tonight.
Absolutely. Well, you know what comes next with those podium finishes, man. You can have all the shout-outs that you would like to give, my friend, because you definitely earned them here tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And I just want to shout out to the Southern Broadcast Gaming Network for putting on an awesome broadcast tonight for the guys at home or whoever's watching the broadcast. I want to thank my parents, the rest of my family, and the rest of the guys in Ruff-Neck Racing and what they do to put on a good show.
Absolutely. Well, we would definitely appreciate you talking to us. You go celebrate. You definitely earned it, and we'll catch you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, that was our 3rd place finisher. Now we're going to bring up Mr. Alex and see how his race went. Alex, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Man, what a race you put on here tonight. You brought home a 2nd place finish. That's an amazing accomplishment considering the racing that was put on. You had a few cautions. You had a lot of green flag racing, 2 different pit strategies, but you still were able to come home with a 2nd place finish, up 10 spots from where you started. Talk to us a little bit about it.
Well, I had to adjust my strategy a couple times just because I got caught up in a few wrecks, but it was at the late stages, I think. Car behinds were going in the pit, so I figured, you know what, might as well just go in with them too. And then coming out on that last stop, my whole plan was just to push, just get up as far up to the front as I could, and then try and hold it till the end.
Well, hold it. You definitely did. Between you, the 28, y'all had a lap down car, with you for a little while there, and y'all put on a really good run. And then the 28 kind of went through the grass just a little bit from a bump from the 66. But man, what a race! Couldn't ask for better racing. Auto Club never disappointing. With as wide as this track is, multiple grooves, and y'all made it happen and bringing home that 2nd place finish. Man, congratulations. 3rd biggest mover of the race, up 10. Man, you definitely earned all the shout outs that you would like to give, my friend.
Well, shout out to James Wagner of James Wagner Weldon for allowing us to have this much fun. Greatly appreciate that. And yeah, pretty much it.
All right, my friend. We'll go celebrate, and we'll catch you next week.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Good night, man. All right, well, it is that time where we catch up to our winner chicken dinner, and that is going to be Mr. Melton. He flew through the field after his last pit stop. He was able to run down everybody else and take over the lead. And let's talk to him, Mr. Melton. This is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Biggest mover of the race, up 19 spots. You know, you had a later pit stop than the top 5, and you were able to just blow right around them. You caught them like they were standing still. Man, talk to us a little bit about that race. You know, how did you play that strategy just right to where you put yourself on the podium in victory lane?
Well, it all goes back to the second to the last caution. I never took tires on that caution, hoping we get a quick one within like 10 laps. And we did. So I was able to take tires when everybody else stayed out on their used 10-lap tires, and that put me off strategy with everybody. So I knew if I could eke it out, you know, and go a little bit further, which I went about 10 laps further on that first run after the caution, I would be good to catch them at the end, and that's what happened. It was just a tire strategy call.
Well, tire strategy call definitely worked in your favor here tonight. A late caution probably would have threw y'all off just a little bit, but man, what a great move.
Yeah, I think even with a late caution, my tires still would have been the freshest in the field, so I probably would have had, as long as we didn't get caught up in something, would still had something.
Absolutely. Well, biggest mover of the race, you know, race winner. You know, you definitely didn't disappoint, making passes like they were standing still. Man, you definitely earned all the shout-outs that you would like to give, my friend, and I'm going to hand the mic over to you.
I appreciate it. I just want to thank my teammate, Pete Dillon, and thank you guys for putting on a good show in the league. League's a great league, and I appreciate him having me.
Absolutely, my friend. Well, go celebrate. You definitely earned it, and we'll catch you next week. See if you can bring home another win.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, well, that is going to conclude tonight's broadcast. Don't forget that we do have American Sheepdog tomorrow night, and they will be here at Auto Club, and they are going to be in the Next Gen Series. So a lot of these drivers that are here tonight are going to be here back with us tomorrow night and putting on a show in a different car, but same track. We'll see if some of these drivers can, you know, overcome the Next Gen car, as I have not been able to do that yet. I don't race it a lot, but a lot of these drivers have a lot of fun, so we'll see how they do tomorrow night in the Next Gen car here at Auto Club. It should be a very exciting race, but hopefully y'all enjoyed the broadcast tonight. It was definitely a action-packed race, as Chris Melton going to be your winner here tonight. But we will catch y'all next time. Y'all take care. Y'all enjoy the rest of your week, and we will catch y'all tomorrow night. Y'all, God bless, and we'll see y'all later.